live from the box. This is Walking with Amanda Rogers. She's joining us in the big chair right now, upstate New York native. 9 albums in tow, including her latest 2014 double album, Wild, which this is from the double album, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, Slim, before we go back into this, this is an interview with the big chair. I want to make an announcement. She will be with us on location at Funka Waffles. So if you want to hear this interview in its entirety, come down, Funka Waffles, February 28th. She will be on stage with us, 6 to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And we're going to take this. We're going to talk about everything because off air we're talking about, your international touring. And I stopped you because I want you to continue on. When did you peak in your international touring situation?
I think the way press and promotion and release and hype kind of happened around 2005, 2006, I was playing, theaters, and they're smaller theaters. And
Now, wait, smaller theaters. In Europe, what's smaller theater? Because in here,
400 or 500.
Oh, yeah, that's not small.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And there were even a couple places that I had to do a double show. Like, I showed up there and they were like, we are sold out for the first show. Can you do a second show? And that was awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
But they've gotten a little bit smaller because I've, social media is not my forte. I mean, I do it, but I don't enjoy it. So I sacrifice, it's what am I willing to sacrifice? I don't like sacrificing my time and energy to a certain point. So I could give it 100% and probably still have the tours that I used to, but I enjoy life too, so I don't like to sit on the computer as much as what social media demands of me.
Now, how long, through what time were you really heading over, across seas? Like, from what age to what? I don't want to say your age, I'm sorry.
From age, my first tour there probably, maybe I was 21 or 22.
Wow.
Till now.
So now.
That's awesome. So the international, so you've been international for most of this time, and now you've decided to come back and come back home, huh? Mm-hmm. What motivated the venture back home?
I just saw Syracuse in a new light. It was easy to leave in the early 2000s because a lot of the venues had closed down and there wasn't much of a local scene as much. So, I toured the world and I came back through, it was almost 4 years ago, and I was coming through to see my family, and Subcat Studios was helping me with a massive problem I had with a CD pressing over in Europe, and when I rolled through town, it was just, the sun was hitting all the buildings just right, and I was like, why did I leave? Like, this is beautiful. Like, I love the architecture in the city, and there was an air about it. I loved it, and so I thought, I'll come back here. And so for a couple months, I was trying to find my footing here again, and realized, well, there still just aren't those venues that need to be there for original music, and started a music series at Subcat, the Sabrosa Sessions.
Yep, I've seen that.
Just doing what I can to bring the original artist to the forefront. Yeah. And that makes me comfortable, because now
that's why
I feel
you'll be
like
on stage with us.
All right, cool.
And that's why you'll be on stage with us, because that is the big premise of A Live from the Box, is giving those original artists that make original music a place to be heard, in a place where fans can then tune in and listen. Now, I'm going to cut this interview here. Because I know what's going to happen to us.
Teaser. What's happening? We're going to go over.
We're going to go over.
Oh, we're going over.
And we're going to go over. But I don't want to go into your new music, but give us 30-second synopsis of what's coming in your new project.
Well, I had been rehearsing most of the year with Good Kids, Gio and Maz and John here. So it's full band. It's really soulful. There's way more of an edge on there, and I'm really excited about it. I mean, Gio's a fantastic drummer, so there's just a really solid foundation for the record, and we have a beautiful grand piano at the studio.
I've seen it.
Yeah, we've got a lot of Rhodes and Wurlitzer, and it's just a really organic record, but doing it as professionally as I can. I tend to let things be wabi-sabi. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I've never heard that one.
Loosey-goosey, is that what?
Slightly imperfect because it's natural and beautiful. So I let things be as they are, but I think I want this record to be just stellar, start to finish. I want people to listen to the whole record. So,
Slim.
Man, I want to go into that, but I know I
close it. You know what to do. How do you close our interviews, man?
I love the
Oh my goodness!
All right, so
on stage it's gonna be fun.
Well, look, T, I
forget about it. Where can they find you? Social media, website.
Yeah, just look up my name, Amanda Rogers. My website's amandaspiano.com.
Yes.
And Facebook.com, Amanda Rogers Music. MySpace, Amanda's Rogers. YouTube channel. Bandcamp as well.
We're going to talk about everything.
We'll talk about
and we're going to talk about more on the 28th. This guy's to continue. Awesome. You are fantastic.
Yes, you are.
So be ready because we might talk the whole time. Nah. Thank you. Thank you for coming and visiting with us and going through the weather to be here in our green room.
I know, right? Hey, it's Live from the Box. Thank you very much, Amanda Rogers. Check her out. Her latest album, Wild. Double album. You can get it on her website. Now it's back into the music, man.